Hey guys, it's Steph, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all good. In today's video, as you can tell by the title, we're doing another full face of first impressions. I have a lunch to go to in a little over an hour, so we're gonna kind of speed run this one. I'm gonna do a kind of smoky, neutral kind of makeup look. I've seen you guys asking for more of like a natural sort of look. And a lot of the products that I'm gonna be using today are either brand new or very, very hyped up. I even have the new Charlotte Tilbury concealer, which I am so excited to try. So yeah, we're on a bit of a time limit today, so let's just get right into the video. So I've already slicked up my brows using my Refined Brow Sculpt. And quick little annoying hair update. I took all my extensions out yesterday. I only had a few at the front, and I'm gonna add a couple of the little more blondie bits in, but can we appreciate the length of my natural hair now? Thank you, thank you. Okay, makeup. Headband. Ugh, I always forget this one's like quite small. I feel like I'm being birthed all over again. Imagine if your baby comes out looking like me. Hello. So the first product I'm going in with is new from Iconic London. This is their Underglow Blurring Primer. Doesn't really say much about it on the bottle. It says shake well. So I'm gonna do that. But yeah, Iconic London have come out with some new products and I'm very, very excited about this. I love base products, as you guys know. And I've got a lot of like new hyped up stuff to try out, so I'm buzzing. I'm just gonna pop that on my cheeks. And there's a, I don't know what that is on my face, but it's coming off. And I'm gonna blend that out with my fingies. Oh, it smells good. It smells like sweets. Ooh, blends out really nicely. It kind of feels slightly oily, but doesn't feel oily. Worst explanation ever, but it does just feel quite moisturizing and hydrating. Now I'm gonna go in with the Iconic London Super Smoother Blurring Skin Tint. You guys know, I don't know who I am these days, but I've been loving skin tints. Mix of like loads of concealer, but still, progress. So I have the shades Neutral Light and Warm Light. I think I might go for the Warm Light one today. Again, give it a shake. And again, I'm just gonna pop that on my skin like so, and I'm gonna blend it out with my fingers to begin with, just to see what the product's actually like. That actually has more coverage than I was expecting it to have. I was kind of looking at this, I tested this on my hand the other day, and it didn't really look like it had much coverage, but this actually looks like it's doing enough. Obviously, I've got a couple of spots here right now that I've been squeezing, but it's actually covered that one there up pretty well. I'm gonna pat it in. I'm actually gonna take my dirty wet sponge, but I'm gonna take the clean side and pat it in like that. So you can already see it's giving my skin quite a nice glow. And maybe you guys can see in the macro, it doesn't really look like much on my skin either. So it's giving me a little bit of coverage just to kind of like balance everything out, a little bit of a glow, but otherwise it doesn't actually look like too much on my skin, which is kind of nice. Let's try it with my sponge. Yeah, I think I prefer it with a sponge just because number one, it's also like a bit easier because I'm not getting tint all over my fingers, but it's blending out really, really nice with a sponge as well. It's a bit of like a makeup roulette right now because like this makeup has to look good. I have to go outside looking like this, but I work well under pressure, what can I say? I'm gonna make sure I leave my under eyes pretty bare as well because I really wanna put that concealer to the test in a minute. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely covering up enough. I'm pretty happy with this so far. And in true Steph fashion, I'm covered in so many hairs. Cat hair, brush hair, my own hair, other people's hair, probably just like strangers. I feel like I maybe could have gone with a slightly darker shade just to like match my tan and everything, but that looks pretty good so far. Now we're gonna go in with the thing that I am just the most excited about, which is of course the new Charlotte Tilbury concealer. This is the PR box that they sent over. It says, this concealer will change your life. That's a bold claim. So they sent over 2 shades and then also another one of the Beautiful Skin foundations, which you guys know I love. It says that 92% of people agree it conceals dark circles. That's great. 96% agrees that skin looks smoother and 88% agrees that skin looks lifted. Contains hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, and golden vitamin C. And it says that it's a medium buildable coverage, which is great because that's exactly what I like. I just threw everything on the floor. I don't need that, I'll get it in a minute. And if some of you guys follow me on TikTok, which by the way, you can find me up here, I am actually loving TikTok at the moment, you might have a little deja vu moment because I'm actually gonna review this, like I'm gonna do a YouTube review and a TikTok review at the same time. So you may have already seen my review on this, but if not, this is for you. I'm gonna go in with the shade medium 6.5. So it's a pretty standard doe foot, and that's the color there. I don't know why I have to smell everything. Doesn't really seem to have a smell. Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna go in the inner corner here and then lift my outer corner here as well. And I'm gonna blend this out with my dirty sponge. I like to keep it real here, you know, what can I say? It's blending out nicely. Color looks good as well. Oh, this looks good. Okay, give me some more. Going with the second coat, it says it's buildable and I love a flawless under eye. I'm gonna go under my brow a little bit as well. And I've got this little juicy spot right here, so we're saying au revoir to that guy. Magic. Where did it go? There's like some David Blaine shit right here. This looks really good. Oh, it's giving radiance, it's giving hydration, it's giving I slept for more than 5 hours last night. Dude, this is looking so good. Look at that. I am so picky with concealers as well, as you guys know, but this is looking really, really promising. Okay, let's do the other eye. So we've got before and we've got after. Let's even myself up. Blends out really, really easily as well. Look at that. Oh, I like you a lot. If this powders down well, we might be on to a new favorite. I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say you probably need this concealer. So now I'm gonna go in with a powder that I actually didn't realize I owned until I was going through my makeup the other day and I was like, huh, I've heard a lot about this. This is the Supergoop Resetting 100% Mineral Powder, SPF 30 translucent. You know, I always thought that Supergoop was Gwyneth Paltrow's brand because her brand's Goop, isn't it? And I always thought they were like under the same thing, but apparently they're not. But yeah, this is actually technically a sunscreen, but it comes in a powder. So the idea is you can just like reapply it to keep your makeup topped up and to keep your sunscreen topped up. So the packaging looks like this. Oh God, there's a lot happening right now. Twist, trying to figure out, okay, just trying to like work out the logistics here. I guess I like, I'm so amazed by the most simple things. So basically it just comes out of the brush. For my under eyes, I am gonna basically just chuck some of that on my hand and use a slightly smaller brush. I'm gonna go in with this one here. Okay, I'm now gonna powder down my under eyes from the outer corner inwards. What do we think? How's it looking? I mean, it looks nice without any powder, so you could probably get away without using any powder if that's the kind of look you're going for. But it still looks very radiant, very hydrated. I am so excited about this concealer. Can you tell? My brush fell on the floor. I don't care. This is looking really good. Okay, I do care. I had to pick it up. Okay, I'm gonna do the rest of my face using this brush. Okay, you can see it's mattified it down, but again, you've still got a bit of a glow there. I actually love the idea of this because obviously you can just put it in your handbag, in your beach bag, whatever, and just get rid of any sweat, any shininess, and keep your skin protected. I'm a big fan so far. One thing I will say, and I'll show you guys in the macro, I am noticing a little bit more texture around my little mustache area than I would normally have. Obviously, I know I've got that spot here, but there's a little bit more texture around here. I don't want to mattify this down too much because I don't want to keep layering and layering and I don't want to disrupt the glowiness. So I'm going to leave it there with that. But I think that is such a good idea. The packaging is really cool as well. You just lift it up like that and then you're not going to get your bristles trapped anywhere. Nice handy little size. And yeah, so far, not bad. I'm not going to sit here and say it's like my new favourite powder. I still prefer Laura Mercier, Huda Beauty and Lottie London. But for an SPF and something you can just reapply throughout the day, I'm pretty happy with that. So now for my bronzer, blusher, all of that, I'm gonna go in with this new palette from Beauty Bay. This is the Face palette in the shade First Light. And it looks like it's got 2 blushes, a bronzer, and a highlight. Ooh. You know I was gonna swatch the highlighter first. You just knew I was, but that looks really good. That is like super intense. This bronzer actually looks really, really good as well. It's a nice kind of neutral, slightly warm shade. I'm just gonna test it out on the back of my hand and pop that onto my cheeks. That's a really, really nice color for a bronzer. I'm gonna add quite a bit because I do need to match my body a little bit more. So stupid, like this side of my arm is so pale and then this side, I've got like a really, really nice tan. I need to just lay out in the sun just like this. Tan me, tan my armpits. There's a bit of texture going on here. I'm guessing it's with the skin tint because I didn't use too much concealer down here at all. So maybe the powder and the skin tint aren't really working together too well. To be honest, the skin tint looks good like on its own. I would maybe just do a little bit of like T-zone powdering, but it's not bad. I don't love this little situation going on here, but I'm still gonna go out and wear this makeup and have my food and live life. Live, laugh, and love. Oh, we might have a situation here. I think it's maybe the skin tint with the powder. I'm gonna get like really up close to the macro. Can you guys see that? It's not really doing it to this side of my face, so I don't really know what I did different, but this side around here just looks a little bit textured. It's only if you get right up close to me, and if you're that close to me, I'm gonna be like, please. Really like this bronzer though. This bronzer's such a nice color. I'm now gonna go in with this blusher here, mixed with this blusher here. So this is called Peach and Rosebud. I'm gonna tap that on the tops of my cheeks. Just slap myself with a brush. These are really, really pigmented. And I like to do a little bit on my forehead as well. This palette is good, really good. I don't know why I'm so surprised because Beauty Bay do such good products in general, but loving this. Now I'm gonna go in with the Precious highlighter. Show me what you got, baby. Oh my God, okay, I'm going in with less. That is like insanely metallic. It does have slight shimmer particles in it, which isn't normally my thing, but it doesn't look textured or anything on the skin at all. So it's actually quite a nice change. But again, super pigmented. When you use this, tap it off on the back of your hand because you really do not need a lot of this. I'm now gonna do my usual nose, brow, inner corner eye highlight. That's what we like to see. Big fan of that. I'm gonna blend everything in with my fluffy brush again. But yeah, big fan of that palette. It has everything you need in there and they do a bunch of different shades as well. So that is very good. Definitely recommend that. Next, we're gonna move on to this MISSGUIDED palette here. This is the Gimme Shade eyeshadow palette in the shade Your Day One. So it's like the neutral one. Ooh, that is like the perfect neutrals palette. Looks like we've got 4 shimmers in there and then 5 mattes. And like I said, I'm just gonna do a standard neutral smoky eye. I'm gonna take the shade Under the Covers, which is the matte kind of vanilla shade. I'm then gonna take a little bit of Next Level, and I'm using the same brush. I'm using the Morphe M330. It's just a nice fluffy brush. Ooh, that's quite pigmented. Yes. Hello pigment, how you doing? Seems to be blending out quite nicely as well. And I'm just gonna wing that up slightly. I'm then gonna go in with this shade Run This, which is literally like the most perfect brown shade to me. And I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen me do this a million times now. I'm basically just going over my crease again with that, just so I've got a little bit of the warmth from the other shade, but I'm deepening it up slightly. Because I find that if I go in with a deep color straight away, unless I'm doing like a really, really intense bold eye makeup look, I like to build it up. Yeah, that's such a nice chocolate brown. And again, do the flick, 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 flick. Just keep on dragging it up. I'm then actually gonna go in with the shade No Regrets, which is just a slightly deeper, more cool toned version of the one I used before. And I'm gonna pack that on the outer corner. Again, I'm literally just using the same brush. This is like my go-to sort of look if I'm just doing something kind of neutral, kind of glam, doesn't require much skill, it's easy. I'm then gonna go back in with that Under the Cover shade just because I wanna light up my lid just a little bit. Just to wake my eyes up. And I'm then gonna go in with the shade Cloud 9, which is one of the shimmers On the same brush, I'm actually using one from Cash Beauty. It's the KO7. And where I just put that matte shade, I'm just gonna pop a tiny little bit of that over the top as well. Again, just to reflect the light a little bit, open up my eyeballs. That's quite nice, quite soft. I'm having no issues with these eyeshadows at all. They're applying really nicely. I know obviously it's just like a neutrals palette. It's not necessarily the most exciting thing in the world, but if you need a new neutrals palette, this is a really, really good one. It's got good pan sizes as well. I'm then gonna take just a little bit of the Stay Cool shade here as well. And I know I've already highlighted my inner corner, but I'm gonna bring that upwards slightly with that. I'm even gonna go in a little bit here. I'm then gonna smoke out my lower lash line ever so slightly using the shade No Regrets. Get it right up close. Now for mascara, I figured I could use this one here from RODIAL. RODIAL is pretty pricey, but I used to really, really like one of their mascaras back in the day. This is the Mascara XXL Extreme Lash Maximizer. Looks like this, and it's got a fairly chunky wand. Give that a good wiggle and blink into it. Oh my God, okay, that's thick. That's like thick with like 3 C's. That is making my lashes so long. I was actually gonna wear false lash today, but I actually think I might just stick with this because after one coat, this is looking pretty good. And I bet once this has dried down a little bit, like once it's been open for a week or so, I bet it'll be even better. Yeah, this mascara is expensive, but I'm really, really liking it. I'm now gonna set everything in place using this setting spray here from L'Oreal. This is the Infallible Mattifying Setting Spray. Just smells like a standard setting spray. You know the drill. We drown ourselves. And then for my lips, I have this lip liner here that I've been wanting to try it for a while. It's a pretty intense color. I don't know if I'll be wearing this out, but I did want to give it a try on video. It's like this super, almost like neon coral. Can't say coral without thinking of The Walking Dead and Rick going, coral! But yeah, this is by 1999. It's the Precision Color Pencil in the shade Fior. That is so pigmented, oh my God. This might be one of the most pigmented lip liners I've ever used. I need to get more of these lip liners to try them out in like other colors, because for that kind of color as well, that's genuinely one of the most pigmented lip liners I've ever tried. I'm then just gonna add a little bit of hydration to my lips using this gloss from NARS. It's in the shade Egoist. It's actually like the perfect shade for this liner. Not my usual color at all, but I feel like right now, this is giving very kind of like summer on holiday sort of vibes, and we're literally going into September, but who cares? I really like that color. What do you guys think? I never wear shades like this. Okay, you guys know the drill. I have 20 minutes to do my hair, finish my makeup, get some clothes on, so I'm gonna go to the other eye off camera and I will show you guys the finished look. All right guys, so this is the finished look, and this is actually the wear test as well, because I actually had to head out because I was running a little bit late. So I've worn this makeup now for 7 hours, 7 or 8 hours, and I have some thoughts. It is very, very glow, which I like. I love the palette. I have touched up my lips and everything a little bit more. The lip liner on its own did wear off quite quickly, but I did also eat a burger and have like 3 cocktails. Love the mascara. Eyeshadow palette is pretty nice as well. The main thing that I'm a little bit iffy about, I don't think it's the concealer. I think I actually really, really like the concealer, but I think it's the primer and powder combination that I'm not into. I'll show you guys in the macro, but there's like a bit of texture going on here, and I have this spot here, and that's just decided to like poke its little head out again. But I do just feel like there's a bit more texture than normal going on kind of like around my mouth. So yeah, I'm not too sure about the whole base combination, but my under eyes look pretty good. And obviously bear in mind, I used a powder that I don't normally use with it. But yeah, the makeup was fine. I didn't feel self-conscious or anything walking around, but I would, you know, rather not have this little bit of texture going on the side of my face there. And I do feel like, obviously, the powder that I use, I suppose it is more of like a topping up powder, something you use as an SPF, but I don't really feel like it mattified me down too much. I like shiny, but I feel like this is kind of sweaty looking. Speaking of sweaty, my hair. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'm pretty happy with a bunch of the products. If I had to choose anything as like my top 3, I would say it's the face palette from Beauty Bay. I'm gonna go ahead and say the concealer as well, just because I think I didn't really give it a fair chance by using a totally random powder that I never used before, and I do think it looks pretty good. And then probably the mascara. It's quite a pricey mascara, but I do really like how it made my lashes look. There was no fallout or anything like that, so big fan of that as well. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave it here for now. If you guys enjoyed this video, as always, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you do want to see more of me, because I upload all the damn time. And as always, all the products used in today's video will be linked down below, alongside things like my Instagram, my TikTok, which please follow me on TikTok because I just hit 75K, which is very exciting. Let's get to 100. I am gonna go and run myself a nice long bath and scrub my face off. But yeah, guys, that is it from me today. I love ya, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. I hope I don't have any like burger in my teeth. I had a banging burger earlier. No, I didn't. I had a hot dog. The hot dog was really good. I don't know why I'm saying burger. Either way, it was good. Probably got it in my teeth. You're welcome.